When a woman lets a man go, it doesn't look dramatic. It doesn't sound loud. There is no begging, no chasing, no emotional collapse. There is just silence. And for the male mind, silence is unbearable because men do not process loss emotionally at first. They process it through control. As long as you are still texting, still explaining, still waiting, he feels in power. But the moment you disappear, the moment you stop trying, the moment your energy withdraws, his nervous system panics. Not because he lost you, but because he lost access to you. And for the male ego, access is everything. A woman who begs teaches a man that he can always come back. But a woman who lets go teaches him that he may never touch her world again. That is when obsession begins, because male desire is not created by comfort. It is created by uncertainty. When you walk away quietly, you don't give him closure, you give him questions. Did she stop loving me? Is she happier without me? Did I matter at all? And the male brain cannot let go of what it does not understand. Men do not fall in love in the moment, they fall in love in the absence. At first, he feels relief, freedom, distance. His nervous system relaxes because the pressure is gone. But then the bed feels too empty, the phone feels too quiet, the room feels too cold. And that's when the emotional imprint begins, because you were not just a woman in his life, you were a pattern. Your reactions, your warmth, your presence. And when a pattern disappears, the male mind starts searching for it, not consciously, subconsciously. That's why he starts thinking about you when he's alone, before sleep, after distractions fade, because men suppress emotion during the relationship and feel it after it ends. You see, women grieve first, men grieve later. And when you don't chase it, when you don't plead, when you don't demand answers, you allow his grief to grow silently. And that is dangerously seductive, because nothing makes a man fall harder than realizing he lost something that he cannot replace. You didn't make him feel guilty. You didn't fight. You didn't try to prove your value. You simply removed yourself from his world, and that creates psychological shock, because men attach not to love, but to impact how you made him feel, how you changed his emotional state, how you softened him, and when that is gone, his mind starts recreating you. But memory is seductive. Memory removes the arguments, the stress, the tension, and leaves only the warmth, the intimacy, the softness. So while you are rebuilding your life, he is falling in love with the idea of you, a calmer you, a sweeter you, a version of you without conflict. So that is why letting go is the most powerful act of feminine attraction, because men don't desire women who need them. They desire women who choose them. And when you take that choice away, his masculinity feels challenged, his ego feels shaken, his attachment activates. That is when he starts craving you, not because you asked him to, but because his psychology demands it. You became the one thing he can't control, and nothing drives a man more insane than losing emotional control. And the strange thing is, he doesn't even know that he's falling yet. At first it feels like curiosity, a quiet urge to check your name, a moment of hesitation before opening his phone. He tells himself he's just bored, just passing time, just remembering. But male attachment never announces itself. It sneaks in, because the male brain is wired to bond through absence. When you were there every day, your presence became normal. But now, your absence feels loud, and every silence in his life begins to sound like you. That's when the fantasy starts growing. He imagines you laughing, moving on, being admired by someone else. And that image does something violent to his ego. Not because he owns you, but because he once did. Men don't fear losing love. They fear losing exclusivity. The idea that you belong to someone else or no longer emotionally belong to him activates a deep territorial instinct, even if he was the one who walked away. That's why letting go is more powerful than holding on, because now his subconscious has to compete with the unknown, and the unknown is seductive. It creates a story in his mind where you are glowing, evolving, becoming, and men are biologically drawn to women who seem to be rising. So while you are simply healing, he is creating a version of you that feels even more desirable than reality. You become mysterious, emotionally distant, and distance creates desire. Men don't crave what is emotionally available. They crave what feels just out of reach, and you, by letting go, became unreachable. That's why he starts remembering the way you looked at him, the way your voice softened, the way your energy wrapped around his. Those memories don't feel safe. They feel intimate. And intimacy lingers. He doesn't miss your presence. He misses how you made him feel about himself. Seen, wanted, chosen, and now no one is choosing him the same way. So his nervous system starts pulling him back toward you, not in words, in feeling. That's when he begins to think, maybe I made a mistake. Not because you begged him to stay, but because you didn't. Your silence became your power, your absence became your seduction. Because men fall hardest for women who walk away without breaking. And every day you don't text. Every day you don't check in. Every day you don't ask for closure. His attachment deepens because you are no longer something he can fix. You are something he can lose. And men do not value what they can control. They value what they can't. At some point he stops pretending he's fine, not out loud, not to anyone else. But in the quiet moments, he feels it. A subtle tightening in his chest when something reminds him of you. A strange ache when he hears a laugh that sounds like yours. Because men don't process loss through tears. They process it through absence, and absence is where attachment grows. You see, when a man loses a woman who stayed calm while leaving, who didn't beg, who didn't collapse, his brain can't dismiss her as weak. Instead, he starts seeing her as strong. And strength is seductive because it creates the terrifying thought, she didn't need me. That thought wounds the male ego far more than rejection, because rejection still means you wanted him. Indifference means you outgrew him, and that hits something primal. That's when his fantasies shift. At first he imagined freedom, now he imagines you, what you're doing, who you're with, whether you're happier, and those images pull him back emotionally. He starts rewriting the relationship in his mind. The arguments soften, the distance fades, the connection becomes romantic again, not because the relationship was perfect, but because memory removes pain, and pain was the only thing keeping him detached. Now all that's left is longing. That's when he starts missing your energy, not your messages, not your voice, your presence, the way you existed beside him. And the male nervous system bonds to emotional familiarity. That's why no one feels quite right after you. Not because they aren't beautiful, but because they aren't you, and you are now tied to his emotional safety. That's why letting go does something magical. You stop chasing him, so his mind starts chasing you, not consciously. Emotionally, an emotional pursuit is stronger than physical desire because he doesn't just want you. He wants the way he felt with you, the way you softened him, the way you anchored him, the way you made him feel chosen. And now no one is choosing him like that. So he begins to crave you, not in lust, but in need. And need is where men fall in love. Eventually, he stops pretending that he doesn't care. Not because someone convinced him, but because his heart did. Because the male mind can distract, but the male nervous system remembers. And it remembers you, your tone, your warmth, your emotional rhythm. And when he feels lonely, it doesn't reach for someone new. It reaches for what felt familiar. That's when he starts feeling something dangerous. Regret, not dramatic regret, but quiet regret. The kind that shows up late at night, the kind that whispers, maybe I didn't value her enough. And regret is powerful because it forces a man to compare what he has with what he lost. And what he lost now feels precious. You see, men don't realize the worth of a woman when she is present. They realize it when her absence becomes permanent. And your calm exit made your absence feel real. No drama, no chaos, no emotional collapse. Just gone. And that silence told him something terrifying, that you might never come back, that you might truly move on, that he is no longer the center of your emotional world. And that shatters the male ego. Because men are wired to feel significant through women. When a woman emotionally detaches, it feels like losing a mirror that once reflected his worth. So now, without you, he feels smaller, less desired, less seen, and suddenly you are no longer just a memory, you are a missing piece, and missing pieces demand attention. That's when he wants to reach out. Not because he suddenly understands everything, but because his heart wants relief, because longing hurts and you are the only place it knows. This is the moment he begins to feel the pull, not like urgency, not like panic, but like gravity, emotional weight that draws him back toward you. He tells himself he just wants to check in, just to see how you're doing, just to make sure you're okay. But the truth is deeper. He wants to feel you again, your presence, your warmth, the way your energy softened his mind. Because male attachment doesn't fade, it waits. And when a woman leaves with dignity, it grows. That's why the urge to reach out doesn't come from desire. It comes from emptiness, and emptiness that only you once filled. So he types your name, erases it, types again, because he doesn't know if he still has access to you. And not knowing is what makes him want you more. That's the psychological shift. You are no longer a woman he had. You are a woman he might have lost. And men value what feels endangered. That's when memories become unbearable. Your smile, your voice, the way you looked at him like he mattered. And now, no one looks at him like that. So his heart begins whispering, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I should have held her closer. Maybe I let something rare slip away. And that thought is intoxicating because it turns loss into longing. And longing is love's most addictive form. This is where it happens, the moment he finally can't hold it in anymore. Not because he suddenly became brave, but because his heart became too heavy. So he reaches for his phone, not with confidence, with hesitation, because now you are no longer emotionally available to him. You are a risk. And men only feel emotional risk when they care. He stares at your name, feels the weight of everything unsaid. And in that silence, he realizes something painful. You didn't leave to punish him. You left because you valued yourself, and that makes you even more desirable, because self-respect is seductive. It signals emotional maturity, strength, independence, all things the male psyche is wired to admire. So when he finally writes to you, it's not flirtation, it's vulnerability, a soft, careful attempt to touch the emotional space he lost. How are you? Two simple words, but that they carry longing, they carry memory, they carry fear, because he doesn't know if you'll answer. And that uncertainty is the price of letting you go. When his message finally reaches you, it's not just text, it's everything he couldn't say, the regret, the longing, the quiet fear that he may have lost you forever. And here's the secret: your response or your silence is what defines how deeply he falls, because men don't bond through words, they bond through emotional tension. If you respond instantly, his nervous system relaxes. But if you take your time, his attachment deepens, not because you're playing games, but because you are no longer predictable. And unpredictability awakens desire. Your calm energy tells him something powerful. You survived without him, you grew without him. You don't need him to feel whole, and that makes him want you again, not as possession, but as something precious, something he might not get back. And that uncertainty, that is what makes him fall harder. From this moment on, nothing feels the same to him, because now you are no longer the woman he left. You are the woman he might lose. And that changes everything. Every message you don't send, every hour you don't reply, every calm word you speak, it all tells his nervous system that you are no longer emotionally available on demand. And men don't crave what is available. They crave what feels rare. So now he starts feeling something deeper than attraction. He starts feeling fear, not fear of being alone, but fear of being without you, your energy, your presence, your emotional warmth. And fear activates attachment. That's when he starts wanting more than conversation. He wants closeness, he wants connection, he wants reassurance, because his heart is no longer calm. It's searching for the woman who once made it feel safe. And that woman is you. Now every thought of you feels heavier, not painful, but tender, like touching something fragile. Because you are no longer just someone he once loved. You are someone he is afraid to lose forever. And that fear changes how a man feels. He doesn't want distraction anymore. He doesn't want noise. He wants you, your voice, your presence, the emotional home you created inside him. That's when he realizes something quietly devastating. You were not just part of his life. You were his emotional anchor. And then without you, everything feels slightly off, slightly empty, slightly cold. So he begins imagining something dangerous coming back. Not just texting, not just checking in, but truly returning, because now his heart is no longer satisfied with distance. It wants closeness again. This is when the shift becomes real, because now he doesn't just miss you, he wants you back, not in theory, not in fantasy, but in his life. He starts replaying the last moments between you, what he said, what he didn't say, what he wishes he had done differently. And that reflection creates something men rarely feel: vulnerability, because to want you back means admitting he lost something valuable, something rare, something he took for granted. And that admission softens the male ego. So when he thinks about you now, it's no longer with detachment, it's with tenderness, with care, with a quiet hope. But you might still be there. He doesn't tell anyone this, but deep inside he's already coming back to you, not physically yet, but emotionally, because now every thought of you feels warm, not sharp, not painful, just soft, like remembering something beautiful. And men fall in love again when something starts to feel beautiful instead of heavy. He remembers the way you listened, the way you made him feel understood, the way you stayed calm even when you were hurting. And those memories don't fade, they grow, and the more they grow, the more he feels pulled toward you. Because emotional safety is addictive, and you were his. Now it's no longer about curiosity, it's about longing. He starts waking up thinking about you, going to sleep remembering you. Not in desperation, but in connection, because now your absence feels too big, too loud, and his heart knows what he lost was not ordinary. It was you. By now, he no longer wonders if he misses you. He knows, because everything that once felt normal now feels incomplete, and that incompleteness keeps pointing back to you. Not because you were perfect, but because you were real, and real love leaves a mark. So now his heart is no longer closed. It is waiting for a chance to feel you again. And this is the truth he finally understands. You were never someone he could replace, not because you were perfect, but because you were him with you, the version of himself that felt softer, stronger, more seen, more alive. And when you walked away with grace without begging, without breaking, without losing yourself, you didn't make him feel abandoned. You made him feel the loss of something irreplaceable, because men don't fall in love with women who stay at any cost. They fall in love with women who choose themselves. And that choice creates respect. Respect turns into curiosity. Curiosity turns into longing. Longing turns into love. That is why letting go is the most powerful form of attraction. You didn't chase him. You became the woman he has to chase in his own heart. And no matter where he goes, no matter who he meets, there will always be a part of him that remembers you as the one who walked away with quiet strength and left a space no one else could ever fill. If this spoke to something inside you, if you felt this story in your chest, in your memories, in your own experiences, then stay here, subscribe, like, and share this with someone who needs to remember their own power, because sometimes the most seductive thing a woman can do is let go and let him feel what he lost.